Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. I'm not even gonna lie, either I made a huge financial mistake or I got the ultimate come up on a really nice car. So I bought another E36. I've been tossing around the idea of building a drift car for years at this point, and I just haven't committed to finding the right car. And I think I found one, and I bought it, and I didn't need it, and I definitely don't need it, but I'm gonna show you. Before we even talk about the car, I gotta talk about my face. You guys are gonna have to excuse my ugly mug for a while. I had another eye operation, a pretty gnarly one this time. It all went smoothly, went well, but it was urgent. I wasn't expecting to do it, so it's been hectic. I'm excited to get back. Everything's going well. It may not look good, but it's doing fine. And I'm excited to get back to work. So you guys are gonna have to excuse my face for a while. I can't do anything about it, about the glasses, can't even shave my face because I'm not supposed to be touching it. All right, so here we are. This is my new to me 95 325 IS. It is in the beautiful Alpine white. It is in fact automatic, and it is in fact a beige interior. It is bone stock. So it's pretty silly for me to buy another E36 when this one is kind of a pain in my ass. This car is always fighting me. Obviously I'm gonna keep it forever. It's just a trophy car for me at this point. But the idea with getting another E36 is this is going to hopefully become the, I don't know, ultimate bagged show car that I've always wanted, and I can stop beating on it and stop throwing it around and being irresponsible with it. That's where this car comes in. This will be the track, drift, whatever I decide to do with it car, kind of the no fucks car. I'm also just gonna come out and say it. I think I overpaid for this car. This is the first time I bought an E36 where I'm not confident that I could just turn around and flip it for like an extra couple grand right now. I paid pretty much fair market for this car. Unfortunately, the market is what it is. Not to say that I got absolutely shafted on this car, but I just didn't get the excellent deal that I'm always hunting for. But take everything I say with a grain of salt, because I actually haven't combed over this car as fine as I'd like to. I bought this not on impulse, but I just bought it faster than I wanted to purchase it due to the circumstances of the seller. And then with me, you know, he really wanted to get it sold, otherwise he was gonna keep it, which, I don't know, in retrospect, maybe he should have just kept it and I shouldn't have bought it, but we're here now. The reason I was cool, kind of overpaying, not overpaying, but I guess just paying fair market for this car was it's not gonna push me to flip it. I don't wanna flip this car. I wanna hold on to this car. I have space to store it. I have time at the moment to mess with it. And honestly, the way I see it is, you know, how I see every E36 purchase. It's an investment. Convincing myself that this E36 is an investment helps me sleep at night. So yeah, it's an investment track, whatever I decide to do with it. So I'd have to go back and check, but I think I've had 12 or 13 cars, and most of them have been to flip into something that I really want. For instance, the M3, once I flipped enough cars to afford an E36 and have a daily driver, I just stopped flipping for a while. And then when I wanted to upgrade my truck to something else, I flipped into a couple different higher end BMWs. I got back into the truck, took the excess money I got from the truck and started playing with my money. And this is how we got here. But the idea is that I hold on to this car and I build it on YouTube so you guys can see it, you guys can follow along, and hopefully we'll have a really cool car for the channel. I'm sorry that this video is mainly talking and explaining, because I'm gonna have a full detail video on this car. We are going to make it look brand new before it inevitably gets not good. But I got it out here. This is exactly how I received it. I literally haven't touched it. I got this car an hour ago. So I'm gonna quickly go over it. We're gonna talk about it. And I'll give you the full rundown, the full tour in another video. But as for now, I'll give you a little sneak peek, I guess. So as I said, this is a 95 325 IS. My M3 is also a 95. So these are both OBD1 cars. A lot of stuff is interchangeable. Not that E36s aren't interchangeable across the board, but out of all of them, this is like the easiest thing that is interchangeable. 95, 95. Can't get more simple than that. This car has literally no rust, and it's kind of weird. This car has a strange history. I'm going to talk about it in a whole nother video because I kind of need to figure it out for myself. Again, like I said, I bought this car faster than I wanted to, so I didn't get to check everything I wanted to. I looked at it. It doesn't have any rust, but the paint is so clean on this car that I don't know if it's resprayed entirely or if it's just as clean. Normally, it's pretty easy to tell, especially if a car's been macked or something and it's got a fuck ton of Bondo on it. This car is really straight, and it's just been sitting according to everything that I've gotten from research on this car, it's just been sitting. The only thing that is rusted would be the trim for the windows, which blows. So it's definitely not good, but that's not really a huge deal. Everything else, there's no rust. It's like rust free, so it doesn't really make any sense. This car has had 150,000 miles for like the last 10 years. Normally, regardless of the mileage, E36 interiors just fall apart, especially the beige ones for some reason. Not to say that this interior doesn't have any wear, but it's not nearly as bad as any other E36 I've owned, and pretty much every E36 I've had has had beige interior. Aside from 2. The seats are in pretty good shape. There's wear on the bolster, but it has 160K on it. It doesn't have a headliner. It just is missing the fabric, so that's not really a big deal. They actually scraped all the glue, or most of the glue off, it looks like, which is interesting. So it's not even missing the sunroof panel. I won't lie, there's a lot of things I haven't looked at and tested in this car yet. Again, this is like my first glance at this car. Interior is nice, but I have not tested like any of the electronics. I don't know if the sunroof works, windows works, any of that. I don't know if the central locking mechanism works. I don't know what works and what doesn't. It all looks pretty good and it all seems like it'll be okay. And the guy I bought it from seems like a pretty straight up dude, so I just took his word for it. He said it doesn't overheat, and it ran really hot when it got here. So it is like 100 degrees today. I'm just gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. I don't think he's lying. I don't think there's anything shady about the seller. It's mainly the car I'm concerned about. Eventually, we'll talk about plans for the interior, because I'm sure some people can guess what my plan is if you've been following for a little bit. Anyways, I have the interior to deal with. It's in really good shape, so it's not a pressing issue. Give it a little crank. It has a Bluetooth muffler delete, so it's back down to normal operating temperature. Probably have to bleed it. There's actually a lot I want to do with this car before I even start driving it. So anyways, yeah, it's the M50, it's the badass motor, it's the super stout, everybody loves it. It has a little bit of Vanos rattle, it has a tiny bit of lifter tick, but like nothing that concerns me. I have a feeling I'll be able to beat the piss out of this car and it's not gonna give me too much shit, but we'll see. So this car is pretty nostalgic. To me, this is pretty much exactly what I was looking for. I posted on Instagram like the last couple months over and over on my story that I'm looking for a certain E36. The only thing that would make this car better would be if it was like a true early model car, like a early coupe, and like a weird funky early model only color. But the way I see it is, I've never had an Alpine white car. I really like Alpine white, and I think it looks great on E36s specifically. And this car is just a good solid platform to work off of on YouTube, if that makes sense. If I was only trying to get into a seat time car that I could throw out on the track tomorrow, or something that I just wanted to have fun driving tomorrow, I would have just went out and bought it, and I probably could have bought one for the money, but I got one that's a little nicer, a little cleaner, but most importantly stock, so you can see the process. Just like how the M3 was bone stock and now it is where it is, this car I want to take in a different direction than the M3 obviously, but I want to continue to upload content on it. People love E36 content. I love making it. I feel like that's where the content shines. And that's what I'm happiest doing. With all that being said, those are kind of my first initial thoughts and look at the car. Plans may change, things might happen. The main thing I want to stress is I'm going to try to keep this car in case some weird circumstance happens. I've been dealing with a lot of shit, so I can't make any promises, but I'll try my hardest and stick along, because this will be a really cool car. Anyways, sorry for all the talking and the rambling. You guys are gonna get a way closer look at this car when I actually detail it and I throw that video up. We're gonna get this car looking right. We're gonna get it looking proper. You'll get the full deep dive into the car, and I'll talk about more about the car specifically, and then I guess a little bit more about why I bought it. I always have way too much to say, but that concludes today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this one. Hopefully you're excited to see what comes. And with all that being said, thanks for watching, thanks for liking, subscribing, all that. If you share this video, it means a ton, so anything helps. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace. When I bought this car, it did not run as bad as it does now. But now the car almost wants to die out, which really sucks, so I need to figure that out. Pretty much stat. Yeah, these gotta go. There's a snapped one in here, so I'm gonna have to figure out how to extract that. Bottle caps are fine for now until I get tires for those DS1s.